stay home to watch Suns games.
Oh yeah,
right?
I would miss out on some stuff too. Like people want to go out to eat. I'm like, nah, I got books on TV at 8. I'm sorry, I can't miss that.
Okay.
Like I was just locked in.
You want me to tell you a story that's gonna blow your mind, brother? And I don't think I've ever told this story on camera. Okay.
Perfect.
What you just said literally saved my life. Okay. What you just said absolutely unequivocally saved my life one night. Okay.
Wow.
Now the Phoenix Suns are playing the Houston Rockets in a national televised game. Okay. And there's this little club out in New Jersey called 𝐒𝐆𝐄𝐈𝐀𝐋𝐒, which is Spanish for the balcony. Okay. And it was one of these, back in the day, they used to have these little teen clubs where teenagers and high schoolers can actually go to a club and act like grown-ups. They didn't have alcohol. They have soda and orange juice, and everybody from high school can pop up, and they got a DJ, and you're on a dance floor, right? They're called teen clubs. And so one night, a bunch of my friends say, yo, we're going to 𝐒𝐆𝐿 for teen night. And I said, I'm not going. They're like, why, Flex? Well, not Flex. I was Felix at the time. Why, Felix? And I'm like, nah, the Suns play. They don't play often on national TV. I'm going to stay home. And they're like, you know so-and-so's coming. She likes you. Like, you should go, bro. This is stupid. Okay? I didn't go, nephew. And I'm telling you, this is where your story and context matters. I did not go that night, Neph. Okay? 8 people died in that club that night. Okay? 8 people died. Okay? 3 people that were part of the crew I was going with died that night because they had one way in and one way out, and some kids snuck a weapon into the club, and things got panicky, and a stampede happened. It was one way out. They shut the whole club down. It was illegally open, should never been open. But 8 young high school kids from New Jersey lost their life that night because they got trampled on trying to get out down the stairs. Okay? And 3 of those people were part of the people I was going with. There is a very good chance I could have easily been one of those guys or one of those people. And God bless the dead. But this is what I mean when people say, oh, Flex, you're a homer. Man, listen, I love this basketball team. I've always loved this basketball team. I'm going to try to be objective, and I'm going to try to, when things get real, you're going to talk about it. But you got to understand the context. You got to understand, man, like, there is this very likely that this team on my hat right here actually saved my life. My love for watching this basketball team saved my damn life. I'm having an Unc Neph podcast at 46. I got a 28-year-old daughter, a 23-year-old son. Been married 25 years. I got a great life. I love my family. That could have ended at 14 because I stood and watched the Phoenix Suns fucking basketball game. Digest that before you come at me in the DMs. Digest that before you come at us in text messages and tweets. Like, this is real stuff, man. So you opened up a can of worms with that, brother. But I love that. Crazy. I love that. And I hope people understand that. I'm going to call these guys out. But, man, I love this team. I love the sport. I love this. Like, I love this. So let's be respectful, man. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. Let's just talk ball, man. Like, it don't have to be no hate here.
It's crazy. Wow. That's a crazy story.
Yeah, man.
And even if I did go out to stuff too, like League Pass, I'm checking the box score. I'm doing anything in my power.
There you go.
But yeah, like, I wouldn't change anything. Like, I don't care that I miss some fucking high school shit. Like, I wasn't going pro anyways. Like, this is some amount. Like, but it's crazy though too, because I went, I did the college team for 1 year. I was just shooting around in the gym one time. The team was hosting basketball practice. I've told the story to some people. They're like, "No, you're lying. I got the coach's phone number right here."
Here we go.
I'm just shooting around. I'm just doing my thing, playing once with some people. And after we're done, coach comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you play basketball?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "I didn't play high school though." He's like, "Oh, okay." And I didn't know that you could even try out for a college basketball team without playing high school. I didn't know that was a thing at all.
Absolutely.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't end up going to the tryout because, it's like, I got this shit going on. I can't do that. But, he was like, all right, I'm going to give you my number. I did the test call. I'm sure the call is still in my log. If not, it's probably deleted. But yeah, I still got his number. I could probably call him up right now.
Why wouldn't I believe that though? Why wouldn't I believe that, Neff? I'm a
Some people
coach.
thought it was fake. I went on a podcast and I told the same story, and you know, as soon as we jumped off, we're like, that really happened. I was like, all right.
Yeah, that really happened. I believe that happened. You know why? I'm a coach. I was an athletic director. I coached. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why it happened. Can I say this? Can I? You mind me? Like, I'm gonna tell you why it happened.
This is real.
I walk in the gym and I see a kid that's 6'8". Yeah, I'm talking to him about basketball. People, I don't know if people know that. Do they know you're 6'8"?
No. I've said it in a YouTube video, obviously. Yeah, that doesn't really do justice. And then I went to the arena back in February. Like, damn. I was like, yeah,
you 6'8". If I'm a basketball coach and I see Sons Worldwide walk in my gym at a young age, and I'm like, hey, bro, like, you 6'8", homie. Like, yeah, doing? Here's my number. Here's my number. What you doing, bro? Like, we might be able to tap into something. So yeah, why wouldn't people believe that? It's craziness. Yeah, I mean, you're 19, bro.
This is a tech school, but still, opportunity was still presented. I could have done it. I could have changed it.
That's love, man. That's love. Good for you. Good for you. Again, you're 6'8", brother. 6'8".
Yeah.
Like you got a body that people pray for. Shit, if I was 6'8", Neff, ooh, baby.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a hooper by any means, but
yeah,
I'll give you a buck.
You 6'8", baby. Yeah, Flex is 6 foot.
Out there 6 foot.
I'm 6 foot, dog.
Still dunk? You still dunk?
Yeah. No. I mean, dog, I was a shooter, point guard, high IQ, did everything well. You know what I mean? But I was in the gym with megastars. Like I knew early. I'm like, okay, Shaheen Holloway, best point guard in the country, McDonald's All-American MVP, beat out Kobe Bryant. You know, I saw young Kobe, I saw young Tim Thomas, I saw young Rip Hamilton in the gym when they're teenagers. Like, I knew right away, I'm like, dog, I can hoop, but, bro, these guys these guys are different. Vince Carter, young Vince Carter, just banging on people. Like, you see that at a young age, and you realize you're like Stephon Marbury, like you know, Coney Island, stand up, man, Lincoln High School. Like, I seen that. I felt that with my own eyes. Like, you can't take that from me. You know what I mean? But I saw what it was like to have Stephon Marbury blow by you and dunk on 3 people, and you're like, oh, shit. I can't do that. So there's levels, but I can't do that. Like Steph, my best game was Steph's worst game. And that's why he was a top 3 pick in the NBA draft. So yeah, you know, I hope people understand what we're trying to get to here, man. Like, you know, we all got our stories and past, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna still tap into this because we're still on this. You mentioned, you know, you were a point guard growing up. Who were some players that you modeled I guess try to like model it. I guess take some things from growing up. Because I'm curious. Because I'm sure we have 2 different answers.
If I tell you, then there's gonna have to be some shorts put out on this. You know,
we can do that.
My comment, baby. You know, so let me tell you something, man. I was influenced by a lot of people. I'm gonna say it again, up close and personal. You know, I seen Shaheen Holloway, Kobe, right? God Sham God. These are local guys, right? God Sham God. You know, a plethora of guys, Tim Thomas, all these guys, right? But these are different players. Let me tell you something, man. My favorite basketball player, my favorite guard, there's two guys that I saw a lot and I patented my game. Shout out Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, man. Okay, formerly Chris Jackson, went to LSU, played with Shaq. Okay, changed his name to Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. He was, to me, the best point guard I've ever seen in my life, best guard I've ever seen in my life, especially at a high school level. And I would, you know, again, I got on league pass. So back then you had TNT, you had TBS, you had NBC games, right? I had the old VHS tapes, right? I would go to Radio Shack, buy a stack of 8 of these things. I can get 4 games, 8 hours of recording. So I could almost get 4 games. And I would literally, like, every time the Denver Nuggets were on, I would record Mahmoud. He had the crazy pump fake. He had the crazy hesitation, the change of pace, ill jump shot. I say to this day, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. So Mahmoud was a guy, underrated guy that I don't think people know enough about. Drazen Petrovic, okay, play with the Nets. tragically died in a car accident after playing Michael Jordan in the playoffs back home. I think he was on a freeway out in maybe Germany or something. He was from Drazen Petrovic was from Croatia, but he was out in Europe and he tragically died in a car accident. But that guy, I used to go watch him at the Brendan Byrne Arena, and I mean, he was so cold, man. Jumpers, silky smooth, can get anywhere in the rim. He was like Manu Ginobili before Manu Ginobili. So Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was my hero. Drazen was a guy patenting my game. I grew up watching Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas with the Bad Boys. He was a point guard that I absolutely loved. And so those three guys were the guys that I think I patented my game most after. And then it became like what Allen Iverson did really shifted it for me. It was like, okay, AI's got a little bit of all these guys, but he's super athletic and he can score on anybody. And I remember meeting Allen Iverson for the first time, and I was we were in a gym. We were in it was in Jersey, and I think that changed my life because I think I was a sophomore, junior in high school, and I meet AI for the first time, and I look at him, and I'm bigger than him, like. Like he had ankles that I felt like I could wrap my fingers around his hand. He was just really frail, small guy. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, holy smokes, man. Like if you can do that in that body, then I got a shot, bro. Like I just got to keep hooping. But yeah, I didn't have 40-inch vertical leap, right? I couldn't do what AI did. But yeah, to answer your question, man, those four guys. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Drazen Petrovic, Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson were like the foundational pieces that I took a little bit of everybody and I grew up idolizing those guys. But yeah, man, how about you? Who you liked? Who's your guys?
This is always funny because I was a huge NFL fan before NBA and the whole basketball thing. Okay. So obviously I'm from Iowa. The only thing that was on TV local games was the Minnesota Vikings. My whole family's Vikings fan. It's
Let's
like,
go
fuck,
Vikings.
I want to be Adrian Peterson. He's so cold all day. All day. I didn't want to be Christian Ponder, no Joe Webb, no Josh Freeman. I want to be any of those dudes. Okay. Jerome Felton.
Bernard Berrien.
Charles Johnson. Just throwing some names.
I'm a Viking fan, brother. So are you a Viking fan? You're a Giant fan. You're a Giant fan.
Yeah. I was a huge Adrian Peterson fan. First, so I kind of grew up on the Vikings. Obviously, you know, I wasn't really introduced to basketball until I got Xbox 360 and then I got NBA 2K13 with it. That's how I became a Suns fan. I was like, man, I like the colors, I like the logo because I'm a kid. It's the same reason I became a Giants fan too. Odell had a little bit of influence on that too. It's like, man, this dude has some cool swagger. Tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to be an NFL player first. I'm going to the NFL. Like, this is it. I'm doing it. I'm going to be Adrian Peterson. It's going to be tough. Huge Randy Moss fan. Huge Brett Favre fan. Like, these dudes are tough. Yeah. Like, dude, these guys are elite.
Okay. Yes. Percy Harvin.
Yeah, Percy Harvin as well.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antoine Winfield.
Antoine Winfield.
Iowa guy, too.
Chad Greenway. Iowa guy, Chad Greenway. Shout out.
One of the best high school basketball players in Minnesota right now. His daughter is.
Really? Good for
I think
Chad
she's just a
daughter.
senior right now. She broke a lot of state records.
Greatest linebackers Vikings ever had, man. I remember I almost cried when he tore his ACL in a preseason game his rookie year. He was out for the whole year. That's how big a Viking fan I was. Go ahead, Chad Green. Come on, tell me the story. I'm intrigued here, baby. So you wanted to be Adrian Peterson.
Stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. And then I got this thing called YouTube, and I started, getting highlights from other players. Colin Kaepernick. I was a huge Kaepernick fan. I loved his game. It's like this dude.
Yeah, my guy trained him too. My guy trained Colin Kaepernick. Yeah.
Super Cam talented. Newton. Huge Cam Newton fan. Pretty much anybody. I was like, dude, these dudes are cold. Like, I want to be.
How about basketball though? How about basketball? Did you have besides obviously I know you're a big Book and Suns guy. Was there anybody else that you looked at and you were like, man, those guys is cold?
Well, before Book, it was Archie Goodwin for me. That was my first favorite player. So when I got to do a little Instagram live podcast with him a couple years back, I was like, yeah, this is it. I'm made it.
Okay.
Say Archie.
Okay.
Kevin Durant too.
Okay.
I've said this before too. I've only had 2 favorite players. I didn't care if they. I made an exception for one dude, and that was Kevin Durant. If they weren't wearing anything Phoenix Suns, I didn't care. I did not care at all what it was.
Fair.
So yeah, Book and Kevin. Then Arch. I was like, dude, these dudes are cold.
Archie, good one.
But yeah, now
Archie
I look
was
back
explosive,
on it too.
man. I remember that summer
Archie
league
was
dunk, man.
tough.
That summer league dunk.
Yeah.
That summer league dunk was crazy.
I just watched his 2015-16 season. I listened to my friend. I was like, yo, this dude, remember, you missed out on this. This dude's cold. Right,
Archie was tough.
Yeah, you have been nice. I want to bring him on the show too. I want to bring him on the show.
Let's get Archie on the show.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be fun. Yeah. Archie, great dude, man. Let's do that.
Yeah, but now I look back on it too, back in elementary, because you play football at recess and shit, and people are like, "Man, you're super cocky." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I look back on it now, dude. I was watching Cam Newton, I was watching fucking Odell, Kaepernick. These dudes all had swagger. I'm like, yeah, I want to be these dudes. It makes sense. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get why you guys hate me out here now.
It's funny how you name those 3 guys. So my son Marlix, he's an Auburn Tiger fan, diehard. And so I watched all of Cam Newton at Auburn because he's an Auburn fan. So Cam Newton was like on his wall growing up, like big fat head of Cam Newton on the wall, right?
Kaepernick one.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So you say Kaepernick, right? One of my best friends, man. One of my best friends, DG, like actually was Colin Kaepernick's quarterback coach.
Wow.
Like trained Kaepernick. And I'm telling you, you know what's crazy, man? This is interesting. I'm having a conversation with him yesterday. I'm actually having a conversation with him yesterday because he's a quarterback trainer, and we're working on a project together to start tapping back into that space.
Sure.
And I had a couple family members that were able to be privy to that conversation, and I told them, I said, DG, tell them who's the most talented quarterback you ever trained, and this guy actually played with Tom Brady. Was one of Tom Brady's quarterback coaches, Drew Brees, plethora. I mean, if he's a quarterback in the NFL, my boy trained him. But anyway, his answer was Colin Kaepernick, and he swears by it. He's like, listen, like the whole package, Colin Kaepernick was as good as anybody ever trained. Now, obviously, there's dynamics that change how it works out, but Colin Kaepernick, a big guy. So you named Cam, you named Kaepernick, and then you named Odell. And my guy played with Odell. My guy was, director David Tyree. Like, I remember talking to him when Delhi first got in the building, and he's like, yo, we got the best receiver in football. Like, this young kid is going to be like dynamite. Like, this kid's incredible. Yeah. Incredible athlete. And so you just named 3 guys that we really never tapped into or talked about, but all 3 of them in some way, shape, or form have a connection to like me and my family. And so that's cool as hell, man. That's cool as hell. Yeah. Those 3 guys are studs, man. So this is what I'm talking about, though, man. I think we need to allow people to tap into more of this, because I think people may have a misconception about what the Unc Neph podcast is. We're going to talk basketball. We're going to talk Phoenix Suns. That's always going to be at the forefront of what we do. But we're also going to have a lot of people and a lot of people on, and whether it's baseball, football, basketball, anybody that is winning and has done incredible things. I think it's nice to get their stories out and allow them, allow them an opportunity to tell people about their journey and how they became what they became and what bumps in the road and stuff like that. So I think people are going to be very intrigued with how we approach this podcast in general compared to, probably what people are used to.
Yeah, and just kind of, I've been reading the feedback and stuff from episode 1, and people have reached out too. And I'm like, yeah, man, we really like what you guys are doing here. And I've had people asking me, like, when's the next episode? Awesome. Like, just stay tuned, man. And I know you went to the arena the other night as well, and you said you had some people kind of say what's up too. Yeah,
I mean, I had people, we dropped the first episode on Friday, and I was in the arena for Game 3 on Saturday. And, I was pleasantly surprised that some pretty prominent people, walked up immediately and was like, man, Unc Neph podcast, I love it, man. I'm tuned in. I love the first, it was very good to hear again from a plethora of people. I heard it from people that are fans of ours that, follow us on Twitter, that just stopped me in the hallway and was like, yo, Unc Neph, man, that's going to be fire. I heard it from people, at higher levels and people that I didn't even think, would have taken the time to do that before a game the next day, right? And so it was pretty cool, man. I think the momentum's there. I think people like the way we're approaching things. We're not going to tear nobody down. We're going to build people up, and we're going to call it how we call it, man. Like, listen, man, Suns play bad. We're going to say they play bad, but there's always silver lining in things. Like, there's always something to pull from this that is like bigger than wins and losses. You know what I mean? And so that's what we try and do here.
Yeah, and with all that being said, I mean, I just want to say, like, I appreciate the support from everybody, because honestly, without you guys, like, we could be shouting to the microphone. Like, it doesn't matter if nobody's listening. So always shout out to everybody for, reposting on Twitter, Instagram. It's always awesome, man. It's cool to see people that, you never met.
We're going to hit the road too, Neph.
Yeah. Unc Neph worldwide, no pun intended.
We're gonna hit the world. We're gonna hit the road. I want people it's gonna be cool, man. I wanna be able to, especially when you're out here and stuff, man. We're gonna be able to do some cool things and tap in with the fan base and our followers and the people that really care, and give them opportunities to speak their mind and do some cool things, man. So. Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. This is nothing without y'all.